Africa is one of the wildest and most unforgiving places on Earth. There is no such thing as safe here. Every step can put you face to face with death. Rivers hide silent assassins. The plains are ruled by monsters weighing tons, and even the wind carries the scent of the hunt and of blood. Some kill by instinct, others for pure territory. Together, they make a list no human would ever want to confront. These are the 10 most dangerous animals in Africa. Hippopotamus. A hippo might look like a chubby barrel drifting down a river, but it is one of the continent's most brutal killers. It does not kill for food, it kills for control of its space. Anything that gets in the way, whether a boat, a buffalo, or even another hippo, gets crushed. We are talking about up to 3.5 tons of raw mass, jaws that can open nearly 180 degrees, and a bite force that outclasses any big cat. On land, a hippo can run at more than 30 kilometers per hour, fast enough to catch a human before they can turn to flee. In the water, things get worse. It glides in silence, invisible beneath muddy surfaces before erupting in a sudden assault. Fishing boats are flipped in seconds, and the people aboard rarely have time to react. Estimates credit these giants with hundreds of deaths every year across Africa, more than lions and crocodiles. A hippo does not need to roar or stalk to prove it rules. It simply is the embodiment of African fury. African buffalo. The African buffalo needs neither venom nor razor claws to be lethal. It relies on brute force and a hair-trigger temper. Nicknamed Black Death by veteran hunters, this near 1-ton giant is considered one of Africa's most dangerous animals, to humans and to predators alike. Buffaloes live in large herds, and they do not survive alone. They wage war together. When lions attack one member, the herd often turns back to fight. There are documented cases of buffaloes tossing lions several meters with a single horn strike, or trampling a would-be killer into the ground. Most chilling of all is their memory. They remember who attacked them. Stories tell of buffaloes returning hours later to hunt the same enemy, including armed humans. Those horns are curved blades of solid bone, able to spear a rhino or drive straight through a lion. One collision can snap a spine in moments. Despite their bulk, buffaloes are incredibly fast, capable of more than 40 kilometers per hour, and once enraged, no fence, vehicle, or barrier is enough. Even lions, self-styled kings of the savannah, think twice before facing a buffalo. Many hunts end in disaster, with wounded or dead lions, while the rest of the pride flees the counterattack. Nile crocodile. The Nile crocodile turns any African river into a lethal trap, silent, patient, relentless. It is the true lord of the banks. It can wait for hours, even days, motionless, with only eyes and nostrils above the surface, watching. When the moment comes, the strike is explosive. No warning, no sound. Just a brutal impact, too fast to counter. This reptile can exceed 6 meters in length and weigh more than half a ton. Its bite is the strongest in the animal kingdom, surpassing a great white shark or any big cat. Once those jaws close, nothing escapes. The attack is followed by the infamous death roll, a violent spin that tears flesh and shatters bone with ease. Crocodiles do not choose victims by type. Antelopes, zebras, wildebeest, even buffaloes are dragged under. They have killed lions that came to drink and humans who dared to cross. During Great Migration crossings, the accounts are terrifying. Hundreds of animals die each year in waters patrolled by these monsters. Despite their prehistoric look, Nile crocodiles are clever hunters. They know where herds cross, read prey patterns, and position themselves exactly at the choke points. They do not chase death. They wait for it. Lion. The lion is power-made flesh on the African plains, a predator that needs no disguise. It dominates in the open. Called the king of beasts for good reason, the lion blends strength, strategy, and nerve. Anyone who thinks it relies only on a roar is mistaken. Every muscle is a weapon, every hunt a lesson in lethal intelligence. A mature male can exceed 250 kilograms. With bone-crushing jaws and claws that can rip a buffalo's hide in seconds. Its roar, which carries for more than 8 kilometers, is not just a display. It is a territorial decree. This land has an owner. Challenge it, and you pay. What truly makes the lion dangerous is teamwork. Lionesses are relentless huntresses. They attack in units, surround the target, cut escape routes, and break resistance. No other big cat on Earth uses tactics like lions do. When the hunt clicks into perfect rhythm, even giants fall. Zebras, wildebeest, buffaloes, and giraffes. The danger also lives inside the pride. Rival males fight brutal battles over territory, and females. Many end with death. When a new male takes over, the cubs of the former leader are killed to reset the bloodline. The law of the strongest written in blood. African elephant. The African elephant proves that size and strength, fused with intelligence, create one of the most dangerous creatures on the planet. It may look calm as it crosses the plain, snapping branches and puffing dust through its trunk, but when it is angered, the ground seems to tremble. A full-grown bull can top 6 tons, with ivory tusks reaching more than 3 meters. Its power is absurd. It can topple trees, overturn vehicles, and crush any foe foolish enough to provoke it. The most impressive part is that an elephant is not just muscle, it remembers. With one of the keenest memories in the animal world, elephants recognize people, place, and even the smells of those who threatened them. There are records of elephants returning to villages years later to destroy what they found, as if collecting a debt. Once rage takes over, nothing stops them. The assault begins with a warning. Ears flared, trunk raised, and a series of deep bellows that rumble like thunder. If the target does not retreat, the charge follows. In seconds, a peaceful stroll becomes devastation. Even predators do not risk an adult elephant. Lions will only target isolated or sick calves, and often pay dearly. On top of that, elephants are social and fiercely protective. When one member is hurt, others rally to defend, and a driven herd is a spectacle of destruction no creature wants to face. Black rhinoceros. The black rhino is the savanna's battle tank. Compact, muscular, and unpredictable, a force of nature ready to detonate. It may not be the largest African giant, but it is certainly among the most hot-tempered. Where others retreat, the rhino does the opposite. It attacks. With more than 1.5 tons of dense muscle set on short, powerful legs, it can reach speeds above 40 kilometers per hour. When that mass charges, the impact is like being hit by a speeding car, only with a horn in front. That horn, made of keratin, the same material as human nails, can exceed 0.5 meters and spear a buffalo's chest or flip a safari vehicle. Black rhinos have poor eyesight, and that may fuel their aggression. They do not wait to see an enemy clearly. They strike first and ask later. Hunters, tourists, and other animals that wander too close have been targets of sudden, warningless attacks. Do not mistake them for clumsy. Rhinos are agile, able to make sharp turns mid-charge and chase for dozens of meters anyone who dares to trespass. In showdowns with predators, they rarely lose. Adult lions avoid them, and even the biggest buffaloes know that challenging a rhino can be a death sentence. Spotted hyena. Spotted hyenas are organized chaos. Far from being just scavengers, they are intelligent, aggressive, and relentless predators. Wherever they pass, fear spreads. Everyone knows that when hyenas arrive, nothing is left. They live in clans that can exceed 80 individuals, ruled by dominant females. That rule is not symbolic. They command, they eat first, and they decide who lives or dies within the group. The social structure is so rigid that daughters inherit their mother's rank, forming a matriarchy held together by strength and alliances. Each clan becomes a machine of war. During a hunt, there is no disorder. Hyenas coordinate with frightening precision, encircling prey such as wildebeest, zebras, and even adult buffaloes. Their endurance is extreme. They can run for kilometers without fading, pushing targets to collapse. And when they bite, they do it with crushing power, easily pulverizing bone. No other African mammal carnivore has a stronger bite relative to body size. They are opportunists, yes, but also strategists. They steal kills from lions, challenge leopards, and even take on African wild dogs. Many times, whole lion prides lose their hard-won meals to these coordinated assaults. If a victim resists, hyenas do not back down. They call reinforcements. In minutes, a handful becomes a dozen, and the fight becomes a massacre. Leopard. The leopard is Africa's silent assassin. Unlike the lion, which announces itself with a roar, the leopard moves unseen. And that is what makes it so dangerous. It needs no help, no group, and no luck, only a single mistake from its target. One wrong step, one careless sound, and the strike is inevitable. Agile, stealthy, and explosively strong, the leopard is the continent's most versatile big cat hunter. It can weigh more than 70 kilograms and still haul prey heavier than itself up a tree alone, just to keep other predators away. Few animals possess such proportional strength. It adapts to anything: dense jungle, open savanna, even mountains. It hunts antelopes, baboons, warthogs, and when the chance appears, even lion cubs. A patient opportunist, it watches before acting, shadowing a target for hours, studying every move until the perfect instant. When that instant comes, the leap is lightning, too fast for a reaction. The leopard is not only a killer of animals. In several African regions, it is a very real threat to humans. Night attacks on isolated villages are not folklore, they are documented. A single leopard has been responsible for dozens of deaths in a matter of months, hunting like a ghost. Though solitary, it rules its territory with absolute authority. It marks with scratches and scent, and if another leopard crosses the line, the fight can be to the death. Even wounded, it does not retreat. It is known to battle to its last breath. Giraffe. A giraffe may look like the picture of African calm, tall, elegant, peaceful, but behind that serene posture is one of the savanna's deadliest weapons: legs built to kill. An adult giraffe can stand over 5 meters tall and weigh more than a ton, and each leg can deliver a kick powerful enough to kill a lion instantly. One well-placed strike can shatter a skull or snap a neck, and lions know it. When they target a giraffe, they do so with extreme caution, because a single mistake turns a hunt into a funeral. Under attack, a giraffe reacts with sharp reflexes, firing precise kicks in every direction. It does not need to run to defend itself, just pivot and aim. The force is so great that there are records of lions being thrown several meters. That is why hunts against giraffes are rare and usually desperate. The danger is not limited to predators. When males compete for females, the plains tremble. They engage in brutal necking duels, slamming each other with their necks like living hammers. The sound of impact carries across the grassland. Each blow can open deep wounds or drop an opponent. Despite their gentle reputation, giraffes are highly vigilant and territorial. Their height lets them spot threats far away and alert others, living radar for the savannah. Corner them, though, and they will fight with everything they have. Black mamba. The black mamba is Africa's nightmare in serpent form. Long, fast, and lethal, it does not need noise to command respect. Where it appears, fear speaks for it. It can stretch beyond 4 meters and glide at speeds approaching 20 kilometers per hour. Yes, a snake that can practically run you down. Its name comes from the pitch-black interior of its mouth. A dark warning flashed before the strike. When that mouth opens, you had better run, if there is time left. A black mamba is extremely territorial. It does not attack to feed. It attacks because you crossed its line. Unlike many snakes that try to flee, the mamba advances without hesitation. Its needle-like fangs deliver a neurotoxic venom so potent that a single bite can kill as many as 10 adults. Without treatment, death can come in less than half an hour. But venom alone is not what makes it feared. It is precision. The mamba does not waste strikes. Feeling threatened, it lifts a third of its body, shows that black mouth, and lashes out in rapid sequence, aiming for the face and the upper body. In seconds, the victim is paralyzed, suffocating, and doomed. Even the savannah's tough residents avoid it. Antelopes change course, birds sound alarms, and seasoned predators like jackals and mongooses only engage when they are sure of an advantage. It is a snake that commands respect in silence. If you crave the weight of true wildness, do not leave without dropping a like and subscribing to Nature's Secrets, because the next video will take you even deeper into the ruthless heart of the continent.